Good evening. Welcome to Grace and Gavel, where truth meets compassion. My name is Buffy. I'm an almost 18-year criminal defense attorney. And today we're talking about the unreliable narrator when courts believe the wrong story. Every trial has two stories, but not every story deserves belief. In true crime, we are trained to look for the unreliable narrator. But what happens when the unreliable narrator isn't the defendant, it's the system itself? From coerced testimony to incentivized witnesses, history is full of cases where the most confident voice was also the least truthful. This episode isn't about one case, it's about a pattern. Let's talk about incentivized testimony. Sometimes there are what are called individuals who are called jailhouse informants. And essentially, a lot of them have a lot of time hanging over their heads. And if they can somehow maybe be a confidential informant, if they can offer testimony, this is where incentivizing essentially their cooperation comes in. And so ultimately, there is almost the idea at times that certain people are making things up or aren't as honorable and as wanting to be as helpful as they present to be. Some of them want to be transferred to a lower security prison. Some of them are wanting time cuts for cooperating with the prosecution. And so that could literally beg the question, are these people doing this out of the goodness of their heart, or are they trying to manipulate a situation so that they get less time and then have somebody else holding the bag when they may not be telling the truth, right? As well as confirmation bias in investigations, because a lot of times there is the idea that you work with something so long that you are used to looking at it one way and you're looking for the thing that matches your narrative. And ultimately, it's not just when we're talking about law enforcement or legal things or courtroom things going on as well. I mean, maybe the prosecutor has like the confirmation bias where he believes this person is guilty. The defense attorney may have the confirmation bias where they believe their client is not guilty or innocent or whatever you want to say. Generally, it's not innocent, it's not guilty. And so there's all that going on. And so they are only looking at theories that are going to match what they feel that should actually be the true story. And oftentimes, confidence can masquerade as credibility, meaning someone is extremely confident. But there is I believe it's the Dreyer-Kruger effect, where generally people who are overly confident ultimately are always going to be confident. They're not going to realize their own limitations. And so they are going to feel like they are like the smartest person in the room, when they very likely are more towards maybe the middle, maybe even the lower middle, or maybe even at the bottom, right? Because there are certain people who have such an inflated sense of ego that they are going to feel like they are above everyone else. And so they are just going to look for things that confirm that they are the most intelligent person in the room. And so they don't know what they don't know, right? And so the most dangerous lies are ones told calmly, confidently, and early, before the truth ever gets a chance to speak. Thank you for tuning in to Grace and Gavel, where truth meets compassion. I appreciate every single one of you. And if you have some story ideas, feel free to drop them in the community, as I am very active in the community. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.